Hi there, I'm Magic Fine Sheep and I'm here to introduce games that I've played by reviewing them. In my review, I'll go through the premise of the game, visuals, music and sound, gameplay, and more. And I'll be showing parts of my stream playthrough during the review. Without further ado, today's game is Ritus Exorcismus. Set in medieval times where religion holds great influence, you play as an exorcist who must complete his final training before setting out to exorcise demons. Ritus Exorcismus uses pixel art graphics, and let me tell you, it looks great. The game does a good job of showing its dark and grim tone through its visuals. During the exorcism gameplay, which I will talk more about later, you can see how detailed the afflicted victims are. Each affliction is portrayed in a clear and unsettling way. If you enjoy games with good pixel art, Ritus Exorcismus does not disappoint. The music in Ritus Exorcismus is wonderful and pleasant to listen to. The chapel music especially stood out to me, with the choir coming through very clearly. The sound design is great as well. During my playthrough, the crunching sound of the insects was so effective that they actually made me shudder. The story of Ritus Exorcismus, however, is serviceable. After finishing your final training, your character sets out to different villages to solve their problems and exorcise demons. Each exorcism causes him to doubt himself while he struggles to keep his faith. There are multiple endings in Ritus Exorcismus, and each one gives a different conclusion to the story. Overall, I enjoyed all of them. Now, the juicy part that you've been waiting for, the gameplay. The gameplay in Ritus Exorcismus consists of normal exploration, where you move around different areas, look for the afflictions in each village, solve them, and interact with the villagers like in traditional RPG. The game becomes more unique when you are solving the affliction or exorcising demons. Solving afflictions comes with their own mechanics. The necessary relics will be provided to you, and you remove the afflictions by either holding or clicking the mouse button after locating them. When the time comes to exorcise a demon, you need to determine which relic to use for each corresponding affliction. To do this, you open your journal and match what you are seeing with the description of the affliction. Alternatively, you can try to memorize the afflictions and their descriptions. Once you select the correct relic, you'll use it on the victim. Each relic has its own mechanic and mini gameplay. For example, using the holy water triggers a rhythm game. The candle requires you to find the cross. And using the holy cross has you keeping the cross inside a circle. There are many more minigames as well, not just the ones that I've mentioned. If you fail once, the current minigame resets. However, the consequences is that the honey meter at the bottom right of the screen decreases when it completely depletes. The exorcism fails and the victim's soul is lost. Once you succeed enough times, the demon attempting to possess the victim appears, and you must exorcise it. You'll need to quickly check your journal, find the correct relic, and begin the ritual. Once again, failing resets the minigames and decreases the honey meter. When done correctly, a seal appears on the screen. You will then need to fill in the letters by referring to the journal once more. And when everything is completed correctly, congratulations! The victim's soul is saved, and you can proceed to bless the village. Upon returning to the church, you will need to refill the blood that has been used to bless the village. This is done in the basement through another minigame. Before setting off to the next village, you can use the offerings given to you by the villagers at the statue in the center of the church. These offerings can be used for upgrades, ranging from decreasing the time needed to complete minigames, and perks that make them easier. Now, I understand that minigames can be tedious or boring when they appear too often. However, Ritus Exorcismus ensures that none of its minigames last for too long. The game transitions from one minigame to another, keeping the pace moving without making the experience feel tiresome. Overall, I feel that Ritus Exorcismus is a good value for money if you want an interesting game that leans towards the horror genre while offering something fresh to your gaming palette. With all that said, I give Ritus Exorcismus a thumbs up and a recommendation if you are interested in playing it. If you have reached this part of the video, thank you very much for watching until the end. I will try to make regular game review content for the games that I have played, so that I can share my thoughts with you. If you like what you are watching, do consider pressing the subscribe button and turning on the bell notification. I also stream on Twitch, so if you like to watch my gameplay, do consider giving me a follow there as well. Links are in the description below. Lastly, do leave a comment if there is a game you'd like me to play and cover. Once again, I'm Magic Fine Sheep, and thank you for watching this video.